roar, growl, snarl, bellow. Welcome to Paleobites, the podcast with hosts like a Pachycephalosaurus, thick-headed and always bumping into stuff. My name is Matthew Dahl, and each week on a rotating series of guest co-hosts talk about and rate a genus of prehistoric animal, be it dinosaur, mammal, arthropod, and so on. This week I'm joined by someone I'm always bumping into one way or the other. It's Stephen Curro. How are you?
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here too, in this incredibly hot room. I'm sweating.
It's a little warm, yeah.
I think it's because we were just past winter when we were recording, but it's starting to get warm again quicker than I thought, and I guess they haven't turned the heat down here. But we have water, so we're just like the paleontologists who go out in the Badlands where it's really hot. That's why I can never be a paleontologist.
Oh, yeah. Like, paleontology is amazing when you study it, but when you go out into the field, I have a lot of respect for those people who deal with sandstorms and blistering heat, and then they're etching with little tools.
Or they have to get a big tool, but be careful with it, like a pickaxe or something.
So much patience. Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
People are amazing.
And you find out that these specimens, we found it, we sent it to the museum. Is it going to be described as a new species? Maybe in 5 to 10 years.
Right. And then you have to spend hundreds of dollars to publish the paper.
Right. Oh, so it's a thankless job, but I thank them. So I guess it's not entirely thankless.
Yes, we salute you, paleontologists.
Yes, we salute you indeed.
Unless your name's Jack Horner. No.
In which case, I salute some of his work, and I'm glad, but he can whatever. Actually, no. Now we found out he's problematic and gotten me too'd. We don't salute you, Jack Horner. So there's better paleontologists, ones that don't try to take away Dracorex or meat-eating, hunting Tyrannosaurus or Triceratops. Anyways, maybe in this new one, a new Jurassic World coming up, maybe there'll be since there was a Robert Backer equivalent that got eaten, maybe there'll be a Jack Horner, this one that gets eaten.
There you go. Justice will be served. He has to be trampled by a Triceratops.
Wait. What? It could be good because remember Robert Backer got eaten by a hunting T-Rex. What needs to happen is that the Jack Horner character needs to die. And then the T-Rex scavenges his body. He needs to die from some other means.
Perfect.
The T-Rex comes and scavenges him. It's like that. How do you think of that? Huh?
Comes full circle.
Compsognathus is what we're talking about. Speaking of the Lost World, which Compsognathus had a very memorable role in.
Yes.
Elegant jaw is what it means. Type, it's a compsognathid theropod. A group of meat dinosaurs on the Silurisaurian clade, which contains all the dinosaurs more closely related to birds than the carnosaurs like Allosaurus and Giganosaurus. Although there is some new evidence to suggest that Compsognathids might actually be their own group, and they might be a subsection or even part of the megalosaurids.
What?
I know!
That's mind-blowing.
Yeah, so Megalosaurus, Torvosaurus, Compsognathus, all the same type of creature.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Size, bigger than you might think. It's currently estimated to be 4 to 4.5 feet / 1.2 to 1.4 meters long.
Holy cow.
5.5 to 7.7 pounds or 2.5 to 3.5 kilograms. Remember we thought these guys were the smallest dinosaurs ever?
They were the goofy little dinky,
Yeah, those are based on an earlier discovery that they've since been learned to be a juvenile. And even that discovery, the Jurassic Park version was far smaller than even that. Jurassic Park version was a foot long, if that.
Right, they were little.
We used to think they were 2 feet long, and now they think it's 4.5 feet long. It's almost
crap.
Velociraptor sized. So
ugh.
Yeah.
A swarm of them coming at you would not be fun.
Diet carnivore. In fact, since both known specimens have remains of small lizards in their stomachs, they're one of the few dinosaurs that we're absolutely certain about their diet. Maybe these are the real lord of the lizard eaters. So, too soon. Time, late Jurassic, 150 to 145 million years ago. Location, France and Germany, 2 countries that have historically always gotten along.
Right.
Described in 1859. Pop culture appearances. The Lost World Jurassic Park is probably their biggest appearance in pop culture, where they have a memorable role in swarming and killing one of the poachers for his karma when he zaps one of the other ones with a cattle prod, as well as a swarm that attack a little girl in the opening.
They do.
A fun fact, I think I've told you this before, the actress playing that little girl later on went on to play Evelyn in 10,000 BC.
Right, which is so cool.
I guess she has a penchant for appearing in paleo media. So they also appear to have briefly in Jurassic Park 3 and slightly less briefly in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, where you can see them flee from the volcano and also appear to be priming to attack Eli Mills before the T-Rex gets him.
Mhm.
And even a fun fact, so the T-Rex gets him, the Carnotaurus rips its leg off, the Tyrannosaurus bullies the Carnotaurus away. If you look at the corner while the T-Rex is roaring, you can see the Compsognathus eating that leg.
That poor guy just gets totally shredded.
He deserved it, man. He was a despicable villain.
Oh yeah, no, he was awful.
He was the first, I don't remember about Dominion, I think it might be only, but let's say first character to have committed murder in Jurassic Park, like human on human kill.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting
When
point.
he killed Lockwood with the smothering him with a pillow.
Right.
Because every other human death in the franchise has been via dinosaur or old age with John Hammond. So that he's the first human to have killed another human.
There, justice is served.
Yeah, so yeah, he got what it was coming for.
I did like in Dominion when Owen's running through the black marketplace and the Compy's just like he's jumped by like 4 of them. He's like, get off.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, that thought was fun too. Those Compys are, and also it's not confirmed because in the books they had a little venomous bite, and in the movie you can tell that one guy was stumbling a little at the end.
Yes.
So it's not, but he could have just been injured. It wasn't really.
I mean,
they didn't.
Honestly, if you watch that guy, I have introduced Jurassic World to many people.
Yes.
And a lot of them watch that scene and they go, this is not realistic. And honestly, unless you take the venom into account, it's really not. He's stumbling in the water, shouting like a maniac. Like, there are many different things that he could have done, but I think that he was. It was like
kind of drugged a little.
Yeah, he was not in the right mind from the venom, like in the book. That's the only reason for him to be behaving so stupid.
Right. I mean, yeah. Maybe, the only other explanation I think is he's just full on panicking. But like,
I mean, true.
But yes,
no. But no.
Their appearance in the Jurassic Park franchise is based on the books Pro Compsognathus, which, believe it or not, there is a difference.
Yes.
So that's the extent of their appearance in this series. As for non-Jurassic Park examples, they're in Ark Survival Evolved, Dino Dan and Dino Dana, The Land Before Time X, so the 10th one, Primal Carnage, and Dink the Dinosaur, where there's a Compsognathus character named Scat. I crap you not, pun intended.
Dink the Dinosaur?
Apparently, I don't know what this is. I just looked up my pop culture appearances, and then that came up. It's like, okay, Scat. Sure, why not? So for pretty much my entire childhood, and for yours as well, Compsognathus was thought to be the smallest dinosaur of all. Boy, have things changed. Because not only have there been several much smaller ones found, including Anchiornis, Microraptor, and Parvicursor, but Compsognathus itself has been found to be bigger than we initially thought. As a 2-foot-long specimen found in Germany is now believed to be juvenile, and the adults could get up to 4.5 feet long.
That's just wild.
Yeah, like this thing, if this was on the table, it could go like, it'd be longer than my arm here. That's 3 feet. So it'd be about from my end of my hand there, listeners can't see this, end of my hand here to maybe about halfway to my elbow on the other hand.
That's a
that's a Compsognathus.
That's like a small Struthiomimus.
Yeah,
at that point.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like it's like a tiger size. Like it's like a dog. Like I measured my dog Henry once because I was bored. He's 2.5 feet long. He's so little.
Aw.
He's not even 3 feet long. So this thing's more than like twice the length of that. Like or not.
Yikes.
Yeah. So
I do remember. In the Jurassic Park Field Guide,
yes,
which is now the Jurassic World Field Guide, they reprinted the same book. Anyway, point is, they have the fact page for Compsognathus, and they have a note that says there is no actual evidence that they hunted in packs.
Yes, that was just, again, I don't mind because it's a movie and it makes them scary.
It's a movie.
Because, like, they were really in a movie, and, like, if they wanted to be real, what they would do, they'd just be there eating bugs and lizards and then just scampering away. That's not exciting. It's more fun to have them be like land piranhas.
Right, land piranhas, that's a good word for it.
Yeah, that's basically what they are. They just, like, swarm you and Zerg rush you. Like the raptors, but even littler and more of them. So, for a while, it was believed to be closely related to Archaeopteryx, which lived in the same time and place, and therefore was believed that Compsognathus was one of the ancestors of birds. This turned out to not be the case at all, as not only was Archaeopteryx not related to Compsognathus, but was also not believed to be the ancestor of birds itself at all, as just a relative of the ancestor of birds. Evolution is confusing.
This guy is just the black sheep of dinosaurs.
Absolutely. But like I said, the Compsognathus themselves are an unusual group of theropods. It's hard to know exactly where they were placed with everything else. For a while, they were believed to be within the Sclerosaur clade, like I said, right between the tyrannosaurids and the maniraptorans.
Mm-hmm.
But a study in 2024, so just last year, has put them as a sister group to the megalosaurids of all things. As of this study, both Compsognathus and Megalosaurus, which lived about the same time and place too, they were the same type of theropod dinosaur. That's just weird. Like I said, Torvosaurus, the real black sheep of Morrison Jurassic. No one knows Torvosaurus. People know Ceratosaurus before they know Torvosaurus.
That's true. Torvosaurus is...
And Torvosaurus was actually big. Like, at this point, it might have been even bigger than Allosaurus. So
ironically, that's another dinosaur that I learned from the Jurassic Park Field Guide.
Yeah, Torvosaurus. Yeah, that seems like too big of a size difference for the same group of creatures. Some paleontologists even wondered if the 5-foot Compsognathus itself is still a juvenile, and they might have been a hypothetical like 10 to 11-foot dwarf version of a megalosaur.
Well, I mean, if they are megalosaurid in nature, that would make more sense.
Well, Compsognathus is getting bigger by the decade. When's it going to be revealed to be a massive Giganotosaurus-sized monster and the true successor to Saurophagonix?
Well, now I'm wondering.
It's only a matter of time. It's like a 50-foot Compsognathus.
Right. Now I'm wondering, though, because Compsognathus, at least within Jurassic Park, was depicted as this little dinosaur with a really long neck and a tiny head.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about a megalosaurs did not have super long necks.
No, or tiny heads. They had quite big heads. And then again, that design was more based off of the books, which are pro-Compsognathus, which were relatives of Coelophysis, which did have that design.
Right.
So hold on, what do the real Compsognathus look like? Did it have a long neck? I think it might have. That's the Jurassic Park version. Yeah, I guess it still had a long neck. Okay. Oh, this one where it basically looks like Archaeopteryx.
There's a fair chance that it was feathered. It was just not fossilized.
Yeah, so yeah, that's an interesting. Not as big as one. Yeah, there we go. That one, I could see that like being a baby, maybe megalosaurid or something. Who knows? Yeah, what if Compsognathus was actually big? What if? That'd be so weird. Most of the dinosaurs that we know of get smaller and smaller. This one gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, that's a fun twist on things.
Yeah, it's like when I was doing the Ichthyotitan episode with Alan, my friend Alan. I was like, "This is this giant ichthyosaur from Triassic times that was probably the size of a blue whale." I'm like, "It's only a matter of time before some study comes out." It's like, "Well, actually, we found new studies. It was actually only 30 feet long because we don't believe in fun."
Science doesn't care about your fun.
No, these aren't kaiju. They're animals. So they're... we all forget that sometimes, but
some dinosaurs really were like kaiju size, though.
Oh,
almost.
They were like Marapunisaurus. Like I had in my books the Amphicelius that they based on some really, really early estimates that weren't really believed much at the time. It was like 190 feet long at the longest. So I made it this 200-foot long one. Then I found out, even just a week or so after I finished writing that draft, that Amphicelius was actually quite smaller. And it was split into like Marapunisaurus, which at first I thought was... Originally, they thought it was just had a really, really tall spines and was actually quite short, too. I'm not quite short. It was like 90 feet long, which is still enormous. Wow. Enormous, but not 190 feet long. But then... as of last year, they have found out that Marapunisaurus might have actually been lengthy after all. Now it's going upwards of like 140 feet. So my 200-foot version could still work.
It might make a comeback, yay.
Yeah, and also like you could, I might just add that he was an exceptionally large individual. Like these are civilized dinosaurs. He worked out. Yeah. he got swole.
Excellent.
So, and then Amphicelius now has shrunk even more. They think it's now like 50 feet long. It's not even the size of Camarasaurus.
No, that's embarrassing.
I know, poor Amphicelius.
Smaller than the rabbit of the Jurassic period.
That's what Amphicelius is. God. All right. Well, I'm going to rate Compsognathus a nice, clean 35 million. Because it's distinctive for being small, but then now it's not so distinctive anymore. But I think it's cool that it's getting bigger.
I don't know what to think of it. I will I will side with you and give it a 35 million.
Yeah. It's like, it's all right. Like,
yes.
I mean, I would like it to be the kind of little small zergling creature that swarms you like in Jurassic Park, but like...
The rating will go up if they discover it's somehow bigger.
Yeah. or smaller. They're like, actually, this was these bigger ones. That was a freak, like one that took steroids. The real one was actually like 1.5 feet long, or just a foot long. And we found little venom things in it. And it's like that, and it's like,
and
oh,
it breathes fire. No.
Yeah, it'd be like Mushu. It'd like breathe just little bursts. Wouldn't breathe too much.
There you go.
That's it for this week. If you want to get a hold of the show, you can contact me at palebytespodcast@gmail.com, at palebytespodcast on Twitter, and palebytespodcast. Well, not Twitter. Sorry, that's autopilot. I'm not on Twitter anymore. My account is deactivated because frick the Musk. Bah, indeed. Bah, Elon. Where can I find you, though?
You can find me at stephencurro.com. That's StephenCurro.com, where you can find links to my poems and short stories.
Indeed. There's some good stuff on there. I have a book series on Amazon Megazoic available for print and Kindle. There is a Compsognathus in it, a character from the second book called Nespo, who was their medic. And he kind of talked a bit weird, and he disappeared after the second book. I just didn't have a place for him in the story, but if you know the lore of the story, he did get turned into it. He's an elderkind, so he was lost to the elderkind extinction, so he was eventually consumed by Zulgarin's wave. So
that stegosaur bastard.
Indeed. Ugh, frick him, and frick all I don't know who's worse. I mean, actually, Elon hasn't, as far as I know, killed 800 million people yet, but give it time. So anyways, that's it for this week.
On that cheery note.
So long, guys. Stay safe out there.
Good luck.
Thanks for listening. If you want to further support the show, you should subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/MatthewDonald, where you can get ad-free episodes, and you can get the raw, unedited episodes, and every month you get bonus episodes where we talk about pop culture featuring prehistoric animals. We've talked about Jurassic Park. We've talked about the obscure strategy game Dino Island. We've talked about Friends. We've talked about Google Chrome. We've talked about Dinoverse. We've talked about Terra Nova. Who knows what we'll talk about? It's a mystery every time. So go and check it out at patreon.com/MatthewDonald. Thank you so much for listening, and have a good day. Chomp.